What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and what you're looking at right now is JALEN RAMSEY, and this is what he's going to be once he's released, effective whenever EA decides to do it. And many of us are going to be going after him as our free NAT card. If you guys need more information about how you get him for free, I've already released several videos. If you guys know how you're going to get him for free, just write free in the comments. If not, check out the previous videos where I tell you about all the things that EA is bringing out for us in regards to solos and house rules and more. It's going to be other features and availability of ways to get other free cards as well through additional solos. So look, this is the situation. If you guys played your Legend solos over the past weekend, you would have seen that if you played the Brian Urlacher solo, it showed Deion Sanders instead of what should have been Brian Urlacher. So obviously EA had the wrong writing there, so we know Deion Sanders is coming. More than likely, he's probably going to be the MUT 10 corner. I don't see how he could not be unless they're going to just make him a legend and make somebody else the corner. But I can't think of a more enticing name and an enticing pull when it comes to the cornerback position in Madden, because he's always been, since he's been in the game, one of the glitchiest corners in the game. But the thing that I wanted to point out about JALEN RAMSEY and what makes him unique, because a lot of you guys have been asking, you know, Gmia, what are we doing? Are we going to go after keeping Jalen and Deion and then get rid of the other guys like, you know, Willie Brown or whoever else you may have? And my answer is this. If you look at these thresholds, the man coverage, the zone coverage, and the press, I don't think it's really that much of a question to whether or not you're going to be able to keep JALEN RAMSEY. You know what I'm saying? If we're just being completely honest about it, because his numbers are so ridiculous, it doesn't make any sense. Now, the difference between him and Deion, just so that you guys understand, is that Deion is just going to be a lot faster. They're going to have to make him be at least a 93, 94 speed or whatever. You can also, you know, use sprinter, brawler, whatever additional things you want to do to add speed to JALEN RAMSEY. So it's not that big of a deal if you wanted to add a little bit more speed to him. But Deion Sanders is coming stock, maybe 93, 94 speed, in my opinion. With some of the additional numbers, obviously his jumping should be ridiculous. His agility should be in the 90s. He's going to pretty much be like that special teams returner and slash corner that you can have on your squad. More like, you know, Gale Sayers. So for me, I'm going to keep JALEN. All right, I'm going to keep JALEN. I'm going to see what Deion Sanders is doing, and then we're going to go from there. Now, many of us are going to also be able to pick a free player within the next couple weeks. So if that's the case for you as well, you could start to figure like, all right, Willie Brown is about to be out of here. All right, we could start to kind of, you know, gauge that. Now, for some of you guys, this is the other thing that I wanted to point out. If you guys are starting to play a little bit more of, you know, dime 146 and those type of defenses, because we all realize that the man coverage is OP, he actually is another guy that could be in the slot that'll play ridiculous man coverage. Or, just hear me out, you could probably put Deion in the slot the way I used to run him before and just have him blitz on those certain plays also. Or you could leave him on the outside, but he doesn't have the press. See, that's the thing about Deion. You see, JALEN RAMSEY and Willie Brown, because their press is very close to 90, you could actually just chem Willie Brown up and make him a 90 press. If you were to run those defenses, you would have a tremendous amount of success doing so. So with that being the case, it makes it, you know, pretty much obvious, like, all right, if we're going to run schemes like that with the way that the game is developed right now, it will make more sense for us to keep JALEN, Willie, and Deion. But the next thing that I'm always asked is, okay, why are we spending that much? Or why are we taking a corner that's not even going to be like a main outside starting corner? And that's also a great question. This is the situation with Deion Sanders. We all know that because, you know, he's going to have a 30 hit power and cause fumbles. He's going to do weird things. What I could recommend to you right now to do, you could just go ahead and start him at corner on the outside. Like, I'm never going to say you shouldn't. I'm just letting you understand this, though. With the press rating, if you run man with Deion, he's still going to be running right behind the player, and more than likely, you're not going to get beat deep. Just, like, let's just say what it is. Like, when the game was released, it was you were able to beat someone over the top if you were able to successfully get off the press. That no longer is the case, and you also get warp tackled. So we have to adjust to that. Okay, there's been a lot of changes within the game that we need to adjust to. So when you're looking at these numbers and you're trying to figure out, you know, where are we going with it, the only thing that you really need, speed, man, zone, press. Like all the other stuff, like I don't really care, like the agility, like remember, the way that the agility works, Jalen Ramsey, it was very, very accurate with the way that they had his agility, you know, stated right here with his original card, because he's a very, very stiff, he's a big corner. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have that kind of agility to move side to side, lateral speed, quickness, and stuff like that. But in this game, to be honest, as long as you're around the area, the computer is probably going to, even when you click on, they're already giving you a predetermined animation for interceptions. The receivers really don't have any play on the ball if it's thrown a certain way, regardless of how tall they are. And that's something else that I believe that's affecting the game in not too good of a way, because many of us have spent that training to go ahead and upgrade, you know, Randy Moss to a higher level and do different things along those levels to make our players better. But then we know that when it comes to like throwing the ball in the air, yo, look, it's gonna be an interception more often than not. So the advantages right now is for the defense. I just don't know if we get rid of Willie Brown, if that would be smart, because like I said, with the defenses that we're going to be playing going forward, a lot of dime 1-4-6, we're going to play the 3-4, and then we also have the nickel. So we have a lot of different we have the nickel double A gap. So we're going to need a good slot corner. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely need that, but will it be necessary? Probably not, especially if you have the Mutt Master. If you have Tillman, it's a lot of different things you can do with Tillman. I wouldn't play him at corner, but I'm just saying you can actually put him in as that the nickel corner and run around with him, or in certain nickel packages, just run around with him at linebacker and just get your hit sticks, you know, get the selfless and then just go 8. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of different things and ways you can manipulate the way your current lineup is right now if you've been building your squad according to the things that I've been trying to explain and make you guys know, like, yo, look, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, and this is how we're going to accomplish a lot of the things that are going forward. So, you know, the biggest thing right now for you guys to do, which I'm going to show you right now, what I've currently been doing, is going through the Mutt Hero situation. Now, I think we only had the parade crashes left. I think it was down temporarily or something, you know, yesterday with EA Sports, but it was all their games that were just down, so I wasn't able to finish this. You're going to have to make sure, in all honesty, that this situation is completely done, and when they release the next segment, you should only need 10 stars to go ahead and get the Jalen Ramsey. Well, if we're going to go to Jalen Ramsey, because many of you guys might say, you know what, Gmia, what I'll do is I'll just go Deion Sanders and I'll go Willie Brown, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'll pick Saquon Barkley or something like that, because many of you guys, after I showed you guys Saquon Barkley's jump ability, you guys know we can now get leapfrog. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we got to pass for 15 yards on every play for 3 plays. What? Pass for 15 yards every play for 3 plays. 15 yards. And then we got to do touch passes, but it is arcade mode. What would be the smartest way to do this for 15 yards? I don't know, maybe drag routes and then, you know, touch pass it with drag routes, and then, because to do a touch pass, you just got to slightly tap the button. Let me see. See, but I gotta see something. Let me see. Because you gotta also, okay, he just got sacked. He just got sacked. Why do I have Jared Goff? Why do I have Jared Goff as my quarterback? And why is his release that much slower than everybody else's on the squad? Like, what is going on with this game? All right, let me see, because we got to touch pass it like that, and then we got to try to run for 50. Okay, that's not 15 yards though. So that's going to be kind of weird. All right, so look, this is what we're going to have to do. Because it's arcade mode, this is what I'm going to suggest that we do right now. You know, I'm going to get back to the Jalen Ramsey situation, but I saw that some of you guys, you know, mentioned in comments that this was giving you some issues. The best way that I would probably do this, let me see. Let me go wide trips right here. Let me go wide trips. Now let's go 4 verts, because you got to remember, it is arcade mode. So let's just, why is that a lob pass and not a touch pass though? You see like how they're going to catch it anyway? What did they just do? Play go. Perform 3 touch passes. Okay, so it's not a requirement to actually do the touch pass. So they were letting you do that. All right, so I think that's what we're gonna have to do. When you slightly touch the button, that's the thing about this year's touch pass. It's very, very ridiculous. They just added some things that just doesn't. Yeah, I don't know, because they just make it extremely difficult. So you got to kind of. Okay, that's a bullet pass. That doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's go out of bounds. Let's go out of bounds, bro. Because now it's doing whatever it wants. Why was that so many yards though? I don't need it to do that. You got to like tap it and then let it go, like hold it. It's like so weird to do it. Let me go back again and do it again, because that's pretty much how we're gonna have to do this. we're gonna have to take advantage of the fact that it is whatever. Let me go ahead and try again. So, and then you caught it anyway, right? Okay, good. All right. So it's like you're slightly. That was a touch pass. You're slightly touching it. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then that's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not holding it down, but you're slightly touching it, and that's pretty much it. And then that's. I think that should be it, right? Was that all three? What just happened there? What did we get? Did we get it for 3 times in a row? What just happened? Because I know those were 15 yards, right? All right. So pass before. So it's all done. So what? Why is it still go? Why is the game still going on? Do we have to actually score now, or what? What is go? It shows all in green. Is it not just loading up? Because we just did it. So you just have to like lightly tap it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. That should be the end of it, right? So we should get our 5 stars and go on. All right, good. Okay, so with everything else that's happening right now, I think let me look at what the next challenge is. Perform 5 or more lob passes. All right, these are easy stuff. Like this, you guys shouldn't really be having issues with those. The lob passes is easy. It's all about the other stuff that goes on within the game that's going to give you some issues. But I'm just kind of going through it because you can see that I'm almost pretty much done with it. If you guys were having issues with the last version of it, I tweeted out exactly what the requirements were because EA got kind of freaky with it and they wanted you to do all kinds of weird stuff to do it. I think we only have 2 more left, right? Yeah, these 2. So I'll take care of those. Those are not too bad. And we'll be good. But shady signals were some issues issues were going on with it where some of you guys are like, yo, how do we do this? How do we do that? So I posted pretty much the rules how to do it to get it done. So I'll get those last 2 done and I'll be ready to go for the free Nat Hero Fantasy Pack that you see right there in the middle of the screen, which I have to still decide if I'm going to choose Jalen Ramsey or maybe go Saquon Barkley first. Because remember, House Rules is going to get released also, and then you'll have an option with that as well. So you don't like, it's just so many different things that are being put out right now. I think we're gonna have an opportunity to be able to get most of it. Let me see something right here too with these sidekicks. Did they update it or did they keep it the same? Okay, that's still Kerryon Johnson. Oh, so because you guys are saying because I opened it before 7, okay, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they kept the same guys. So because I opened it before, they won't update it. That's very, very weird, bro. That's a weird situation that EA is doing. Did they update the sets at least and put the other players in? Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so 9. What did they do? Okay, so we absolutely, that guy is, yeah, Jamal Adams has been added, and I think, what is it, Mike Evans on the other side, and who else? Mike Evans and Delani. Okay, so it is what it is. If you guys wanted to go after, whatever other mud heroes are there currently, I'm still waiting, like I said, to get the other ones. If you guys wanted the Jamal Adams, feel free to do that as well. But again, Jalen Ramsey and Saquon Barkley are going to probably be the top draws. And if you still are not convinced that, the corners, those are some of the best corners that I showed you in Willie Brown, Jalen Ramsey, and obviously when Deion drops, we got to have Deion. So one of the other guys might have to go, depending on what we're doing, because you don't really need all of those extra corners. You just need speed. So you got Marshawn Lattimore, you got Denzel Ward, you got Anthony Brown. Like, you just need speed for the outside players with the dime 146 because they're not really usually playing zone. They're usually blitzing. But you might want to consider maybe keeping Willie Brown in addition to Jalen Ramsey and then adding Deion if you possibly can. If that's the situation. And then obviously, like I said, in a couple weeks, we should have this complete with the MUT 10 players. So once that's done, okay, we got, this week and in a couple weeks after, I believe that Deion Sanders will possibly be the cornerback. So, and that's where we'll go from there. And in the wild card, I have no idea. So if you have any other additional questions and you don't really understand, which route you should take, leave it in the comments. The community is unbelievable at helping each other out. If I see something that I can answer, I will do that as well. I want everybody to have a great day, and leave in the comments as well, Saquon and Ramsey, or whichever ones you're going after. Some of you guys, I think, went after Jamal Adams as well, but just let me know what you're going after and anything else you want to add. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Until next time, one love.